What's up, guys? It is Matson, your fam, and I'm about to show you in this video my add-ons, UI, and keybindings. Now let's get started. So to start with, here are my keybinds. So this is one, and I typically use it for like low damage abilities that are used in my rotation. Typically weak, like Fierce Slash. I mean, you should never ever use that when enraged or have any massive damage buffs on. But let's move on. 2, it's typically a filler. Like, for example, in this case, I'm using it for charge. Because I don't know, man. I mean, I basically built this around my warrior, but I'm willing to use 2 for anything else as part of a rotation. 3, it's like, again, it's basically just a rotation ability. In this case, Bloodthirst. In other cases, like, I don't know, I'm not really mentioning. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're not rotation necessarily, but, for example, like, I use it on my pally. This is where I put Hammer of Justice. Because, because that's, what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, just so nothing toxic, but whatever. Anyway, that's... So, whatever. Just move on because I can't think. And here's Raging Blow. Now, you can normally only use this if, you can easily... I'm sorry, I can't think. Can't think of anything to say. This is probably going to get a bunch of dislikes. I sure hope not, though. But yeah, this is where I put Raging Blow on my warrior. Or, on my pally, it's where I have Divine Hammer slash, or prod, or basically on my tank classes, it's where I put active mitigation abilities. But as for DPS and healers, I'm not sure about healers, but for DPS it's basically rotation. 5 is where I put the core ability for each spec, especially at like level 10. In this case, Rampage for Fury. And on my arms, it's Mortal Strike. Yeah. 6, this is where I put Execute. As for other classes, well, typically like a feeler, I guess. Okay, but as for number keybinds, I do not go past 6, because, well, I just don't want to waste any time trying to stretch my fingers. So for S, now it's typically filler, like, I don't know, but on my warrior, I use it for Heroic Throw. My Warlock, use it for Drain Soul / Drain Life. My Hunter, Flare. I'm not sure. Warrior. Now, Shift E is typically like a filler thing. Basically for filler abilities, so that way, I don't know. And I don't know, man. In this case, this is where I put Piercing Hell in arms. I use it for Hamstring. And Prot for Ignore Pain. Can't remember other classes, I don't know, man. All the times I stay up late at night, I just lose memory. And here is Bloodbath, where Shift 3 is. On my other 2 warrior specs, this is where I put Victory Rush. And, in WoD, Victory Rush is no longer usable by Fury. So I'm basically forced to, I don't know, man. I can't speak. Shift 2 is where I put Stormbolt. Shift J is also where I have Shockwave. And F2, it's like a filler or something. Well, okay, it's like a filler. I don't know. I cannot speak because I cannot think of words. Now, F here, this is where I have a spam. Oh, okay, it's where I put my AoE abilities. Usually ones that are spammable, like Whirlwind. But if it's not that, I don't know, it's usually ones that, okay, for example, that you can target, for example, like Death Knight's Death and Decay, or Druid's Starfall, a balanced Druid, that is. R, it's usually like probably a cooldown or something, like, to make you able to use abilities, sort of. In this case, it's Berserker Rage, and, because when I'm feared, sapped, or incapacitated, I cannot use abilities. But if I use this when it's off cooldown, then yeah, I'll have the ability to then then I'll have the ability to use abilities. Okay. Shift R is for damage reduction cooldowns. Like, this is where I have Enrage Regeneration, or Die by the Sword for Arms, / Shield Wall for Prot. And a bunch of other DRs, but there are too many to list here, and I can't think. Shift G is usually for damage cooldowns, like Avatar for my Warrior, and Soul Harvest for my Warlock, and Avenging Wrath and Crusade for my Avenging Wrath / Crusade for my Paladin, and etc. Although for my Hunter, it's where I put Aspect of the Cheetah, because why not, man? And also Stampeding Roar on my Druid if it's Guardian. T is for, like, mobility abilities. Here's what I mean. Basically, abilities that you should either increase your mobility or teleport you to, like, a safe distance. Or maybe just get you to a safe, teleport you, get you to a distance or something like that. And H is it's typical, I don't know, man, I don't know. It's like a long cooldowns, such as, or maybe damage cooldowns, whatever. But okay, I can't explain it, man. I'm too dumb. Shift V, okay, on classes when possible, it's where I put Taunt. Although if I'm playing like a mage or a shaman, it's where I put like spell steal abilities, like Purge as well. V is for interrupts. Although my Warlock doesn't really have a natural interrupt abilities outside of pets. So, and excuse my dog, by the way. She's just loud. But okay, anyway, whatever. Shift L, now, on possible classes, it's for, like, curing abilities of curing players of certain diseases and shit like that. But, okay, and on my Warrior, it's where I put my Vindicar Matrix Crystal, which I'm certainly not gonna use anymore next expansion. So, yeah, I can see that. And then, oh yeah, my Warlock's also where I put Enslaved Demon. 'Cause why not? And for, like, this here, I'm not sure, whatever, like, left bracket, it's like, okay, maybe it's for a cooldown or something, but that depends. Yeah, like a damage cooldown, whatever. E, now, on normal class, it's really a CC button, though. But, you know, Warriors lacking CC. This is where instead put Intimidating Shout. And if it's not CC, well, it can be really anything. Okay. Then we have a right bracket. And this is where I put my artifact abilities. Though in BFA, we're not necessarily going to have artifact abilities anymore. So I'm not sure about that. Y is for my racials. And, you know, for example, yeah, whatever. So, you get it. And Q, now that's usually like some abilities that really don't have room here. Or maybe macros such as this. Yeah, like that. You know? Yeah, because sometimes it's kind of hard to press G, Shift 3, and right bracket in like a short time period. Shift Q, again, that's more of like a fill button. Yeah. Okay, like, these 3 buttons here are just filler. And, although for this, like, okay, on Hunters and Warlocks, this is where I put my Summon Pets ability. Okay, now for this. Okay, this Shift Mouse button 4. Yeah, that's where I have my Flying Mount. Invincible, I got that literally Okay, it was on September 8th. And, well, flash forward 8 months later, like today here. Wow, that's time goes by pretty fast, doesn't it? Yep. And shift mouse button 5 is my ground mount. Oh, yeah, I love this huge motherfucker right here, don't you? Yep. Don't you guys love that? But did I start recording? Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot if I started recording. Sorry, hang on. Yep. But okay, anyway, now F3, yeah, okay, if possible, it's where I put my PvP trinkets, but, you know, as a warrior, I'm always inclined, well, I follow Ice Veins, so I'm always inclined to use Relentless in place of Honorable Medallion, or Gladiator's Medallion. So in this case, I use it for my fishing button, because I hate, I hate clicking the button, then, clicking the bobber, and then going back and forth like that. And honestly, don't worry about any of the bars without keybindings, because they're not all that important. So anyway, and Shift 5 is for my Drums of Fury, or Drums of the Mountain, whichever is more useful. However, on classes with abilities like Bloodlust / Heroism, I don't really use this because there's no point in that at all. Although, well, these do have a 1 minute cooldown, whereas most Lust abilities have 5 minutes. Okay, Shift 4. Okay, this is sometimes a filler ability, but in this case, it's for my Potion of the Old War, which I almost never use at all, because it's kind of useless. And Shift D is my, okay, it's like my, hang on. Yeah, it's like where I put my Potion of Prolonged Power. Yeah, and Shift, okay, this here's Shift X, really. Yeah. And this is where I put usable trinkets, such as Shifting Cosmic Silver for my prot, or sometimes, Umbral Moonglaves. I can't remember where I put them, I miss it. Oh yeah, Umbral Moonglaves. I use that for AoE and Mythic Plus, but okay. And Shift Z on here is for my Healing Potion, or from a Warlock, just my Health Stone. Now for these last few keybinds, Shift F1 is for my Innkeeper's Daughter / Hearthstone, or from an Shaman. This is instead where I put Astral Recall, and I put the Hearthstone right here on Shift F4. Okay, then we have Shift F2 for my Dalaran Hearthstone, and Shift F3 for my Garrison. And Shift F4 right here is, like, I don't know, kind of a ability similar to Hearth that other classes use, but warriors don't have that. Okay, anyway, that's all the keybindings. Now let's go to the UI. This is like my main, these are my main action bars here. And this, okay, this is where I put the mounts, as well as the consumables here. And it's basically like miscellaneous things. I put a logout button because sometimes, like, I would actually slip my hand and hit exit game instead. That kind of pisses me off. So instead, put a logout macro. And also, these are like the utility mounts, such as Grand Expedition Yak, Orgrimmar Interceptor, Brian Deep Bottom Feeder. Okay, like Aquatic Mount. Okay, like here. The Vendor / Transfer Mount, a two-seater mount, an aquatic mount, and the water walking mount. Yeah. And so, that's it. Oh, wait. Yep, and don't forget about this thing right here. Okay, this is basically where I put my... Okay, this section here is for the flying mounts. This section for ground mounts. I normally rank these by, like, how I like the look of these mounts. Rating, yeah. And now time for my add-ons. Now, obviously the first add-on you see over the screen is Dominoes. It's an add-on that allows you to customize your action bars, such as this way. And okay, and then this is also bazooka. It's like a bar below or up there, but I prefer like down here because I don't want the order hall bar screen up here to block this. This is where I put other add-ons. Now this is rarity, for example, and yeah, you can see here, it shows your amount of attempts on mounts and likelihood of getting, which isn't even true at all. Don't worry about time. Also zone, delivered, defeated or not. Yeah. You know, like just to making sure on raids, it's to keep track of, on raids and underscore to make sure you keep track of, you know, it like keeps track of, mounts that have a weekly / daily lockout. In this case, yeah. Believe me, dude. But okay, yeah, it also has luckiness, and yeah, dude, I'm pretty unlucky on this mount because Kel'Thas never wants to drop it. But okay, back to the topic. The other add-ons we see are coordinates. Although I'm thinking about replacing it with TomTom, because I don't know whether it sounds more useful or not. I also have Legion Invasion Timer, and even though I'm done, I'm done leveling ults for this expansion. I don't know why I still have it. You know, probably just to make sure if I ever think about doing an invasion again, that I might go ahead and do it for transmog and whatnot. And the other thing here is broker durability info. Yeah, that's where I have durability, so I don't have to like visit a vendor or something every time I want to know, or even have to guess how much durability I've lost. Yeah, this is okay here. I guess this is achievements reminder. Yeah, it shows obviously it shows what achievements you still need for instances. Got plenty. And there's all the things. Oh, yep. Okay, it's right here. Then we have Anger Keystones. You know, it's for Mythic Keystones, which I'm pretty much done. Appearance Tooltip, here's how it works. You see, yeah. Now, usually it goes pretty up close and personal. Okay, it goes up close and personal with items that you're mousing over, just so you can, look over their appearance without, having to click, control click. And it's especially useful for bracers, because about 100% of the time they're concealed by sorry, hang on. They're concealed by the gloves. Wow, my mind is not working today. I also have Skada damage meters. For now, I'm having damage. But yeah, I guess I might as well just go down and show you how big dick I can go. Although it's going to be kind of hard to stay on topic. Now, for add-ons, I'm also using Bag Brother. Yeah, this is Bagnon, by the way. And please, try not to make rude comments about my bags, because I just like them that way. And I can play the game just fine without them. But yeah, okay. We also have we also broker currency. Here's how that works. Yep, you know, you can show what... Okay, like, it's over here, and it's pretty easy to see. Yeah. Then we have Silver Dragon. Now, here's what I mean. Okay, here's what I mean. Just, show... Yeah, I ran into Annax tonight, but sadly I was beat. That sucked, man. But at least I know he exists. I mean, I'm getting... Besides, I hope I get it. So I'm getting really sick of patrolling deep home. It's fucking annoying. But okay, yeah, anyway, back on topic. I also have Deja character stats. Here's what it looks like. And you've probably seen it earlier, but I forgot to explain it. Okay, like I didn't explain it because I didn't want to. Yeah. And now we have also have easy frames. You can see it like right here. It enlarges the buffs you have on... Okay, it enlarges your buffs and debuffs that you have on targets. to distinguish it from others. Garrison Mission Manager? You're like, Osman, you'll probably know how that works. I'm sorry I'm not at a current garrison or class order hall right now. It's just I'm too busy showing the other add-ons. But don't worry, dude. Hang on 1 second. I'm just kind of showing off my big DPS, even though it's probably filler content. But don't worry, I'm just done now. Okay, now I'm back here. So, okay, but while we get to a class, I'll also have GTFO, which stands for Get the Fuck Out. Anyway, when you're staying in fire some bad shit, in a raid or BG, or I don't think that works that way, or wherever, it'll like give you alerts give you like a loud yet annoying alert. But hey, it helps if you don't have self-awareness of what you're staying in. But okay, we also got Kib's item level. Let's see, you can see it like over here, all over it. Even works when you're also inspecting people. Ah, yeah, good. I thought it was going to take forever for that. But okay, we got Pawn, and yeah, you see, this is how it works. So yeah, and for example, you can, now, to get this to work, to get Pawn to work, you have to, either get, okay, no. Now to get Pawn to show whether it's an upgrade for different specs, you have to set it to manual. Otherwise, you can set it to, automatic, for current spec, but I prefer manual just so I can know if I can use forever specs. Okay, oh, but yeah, here's a Garrison Mission Manager. And so this is what it looks like. It shows you the highest possible percentage of getting missions done. That's what I'm going to do here. Yep. And that's basically what it is. Sorry if it was quick. You can always pause to see. I don't know, I'm not really the best guy. Max Cam. Now, as you may know, in Legion, they nerfed the maximum regular camera distance. So basically, you're going to have to use an add-on in order to get this to work. Now, here's what I mean. For example, you can go this, but then you can go this far. About that far, man. You go further, you can go for as if you're up from the sky, but they nerfed that. So anyway, you also have personal loot helper, whether it shows up for example, if someone gets it, it'll show up if it's show if it's an upgrade for you or anyone else, but you also have raid achievement. This tracks obviously raid achievements to see whether you or not you got them right. Although, well, for that you do have to track multiple ones. And we also have sell junk. So let me demonstrate that. Yeah, here's sell junk, so you don't have to. So you don't have to manually click on them, because, that just raises your risk of carpal tunnel. But again, that only works on junk, like gray items, and not anything else. Okay. We also have Tell Me When. Now, here's how it works. See, now these are my ability cooldowns. These are my buff durations. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Talent set manager here. Now, this is how it works. You can set different sets of talents. That's my standard set. This is Mythic Plus, but I'm not gonna go back to Mythic Plus not really gonna go back to it until next expansion. This is PvP. Although I mostly do PvP as arms, because Fear is just so bad at it. It even works for Honor's talents as well. Anyway, As we get further on, Exloot as well. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had a mob to kill to show you, but don't worry, man. I'll show you how it works. Yeah, now. Okay, that's basically what it's like. Okay, that's about it. Oh, wait, no, we're not done yet. Paragon Reputation. And this is how, okay, this is what it looks like, so, and, like, for example, normally if you have a Paragon Rep, you have to mouse over that, vendor button at the end, but with this add-on, you can just look at it. It's amazing, ain't it? Then we have Trade Skill Master. Now, honestly, I kind of only use this, mouse over valuable items to see, how much they're worth on the auction house in my region. And we can also use them for others, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Then, at last, we have DBM. Ah, yep. The lord of all boss mods. I also use bigwigs. I also used to use bigwigs, but, in my opinion, DBM is more precise, despite using more CPU. Like, if you're a tank, it shows you, what stacks to taunt at on a boss. And bigwigs, honestly, if you're a new guy, it's probably gonna seem vague to you. Although it's just common sense to move away from it. But yeah, anyway, guys. And that's about it. And fuck that bitch right there. Because I can't get them out. Anyway, that's about it, guys. So, have a great night. And I'll see you later. Bye.